Hi, my name is Charlie McGrath. I'm the founder of WideAwakeNews.com and a host on the Rinse Radio Network. And I apologize for the late hour of this video. It's 2 o'clock in the morning local, 4 o'clock East Coast, 1 o'clock West Coast. But there's nights that I don't sleep. I mean, there's nights that I sit there and I think about our current situation that we're in and where we're going. And one big factor in this consideration is I know that there's far too many people that are not doing the exact same thing, which is considering and losing sleep over the direction of our nation. We're killing people, folks. We're killing people by the millions on this planet. And it's being done in our name. It's happening, and it's happening by our hand. It is creating enemies that want to come over here and destroy us. They want to come over here and exact revenge for what's happened to them. We know when Libya fell, Libya, partner in the war on terror, when Libya fell, one of the first actions was to get in there, to set up a central bank, and then to get the oil companies in there so that they could figure out how to divvy up the resources of that area. When that blows up into a crisis of an embassy being attacked and people murdered and butchered. When first the plan was to cover it up, to pretend it never happened. Now it has turned into a political football in Washington, D.C., yet nobody in the corporate-owned mainstream media challenged the fact that if we'd just mind our own business in the first place against a nation who had no chemical weapons, no biological weapons, or no weapons of mass destruction in any form, if we would have just stood back and let a nation be sovereign, we wouldn't be in this situation right now. But that's the crux of the biscuit. Purple finger revolutions, people taking to the streets, freedom fighters, nations yearning to be free. These are tricks. These are tricks and gimmicks. Adolf Huxley said the propagandist's job is to convince some people that others were not human. And that's what we've done in a masterful way. We sit around in the United States pretending everything's going to be okay, tuning into the next gladiator game, looking for the next Coach special down at the local mall, hoping their credit line gets increased because it'd be an indicator of signs getting better if they can borrow more money from a system that's busted in the first place. This is the model. But people need to understand it's one planet, it's one system. It's one system that has a disease. The disease is manifesting itself in different ways in different parts of this host, but inevitably it's going to kill the entire host. It's going to kill the entire host. We can look at a very short recent piece of history and see it begins with invasion. Either outright invasion with physical boots on the ground, or it begins with invasion, a financial invasion, and instruments there. Those weapons of war are even more insidious. They're weapons of debt, vast weapons of financial mass destruction. When these weapons are unleashed, there is no hope for the people of the nation that they've just been unleashed upon. If you need proof of this, just go look no further than Cyprus or Greece. Cyprus or Greece, and soon the rest of Southern Europe and the rest of Europe in general and the rest of the world in general are going to go down that path where you realize that you have been attacked stealthily through debt and you have no recourse. You have none. You're not going to get a handout. You're not going to get a hand up. You're not going to get anything other than get to work. Now you work for a technocrat. We own you. We own you. Because this system cannot be taken down. I know it sounds far-fetched, but if we look at history and see what happens to destabilized regions because of financial terrorism, we see the progression. People in the streets, people looking for answers. Answers come in the way of usually a controlled opposition party that turns it right back into the exact same thing it was. And once it's in place and in force, they can go ahead and accept